Hi everyone, welcome to another RC Mike 221 production. Today I'm going to be talking about shock oil. Shock oil is essential for racing, but if you're not really into racing, you're more of a basher, you can simply get, this is an example for Traxxas shocks, just Traxxas silicone oil. You can buy it at any hobby shop, and it'll come in just a little package that, just like any other Traxxas part would, and you simply disassemble your shock, empty out a little bit in until it fills it up, and you're all set to go. This stuff can be more expensive than others, but it's a quick fix to any problem instead of having to invest in a larger bottle of it, which you probably will never use. For true racers, though, if you're actually going out on a track, you're going to want an assortment of shock oil. For example, this is my short course shock oil. Well, besides this one, I think this is 60. Let's see, I got 35, 45, 40, and 30. Just to let you know, Traxxas shock oil, stock shock oil, is 30 weight, in case you were wondering. So yeah, this is my short course shock oil. 35, 45, 40, and 30. I can play with these depending on if I'm going over larger jumps, smaller jumps, anything in between. Before I got into the Losi shock oils, I did have this factory team or associated shock oil. This is 35 weight. I started using this on all my shocks. But then I realized that this is actually a lot more expensive, and these get the same amount, if not more, shock oil. You basically, put it in simpler words, you can use these more times than you can use this, and this is more expensive. So I highly recommend Losi shock oil. They're about like $3 a bottle, which is fairly cheap. And you'll do, with 10th scale shocks, I'd say maybe get 8 to 10 times out of them. So let's see, that'd be like 8 to 10 shocks. And that's quite a few if you really think about, like, you got 4 shocks on a car, and then you multiply that, you're getting like 2 sets out of a, maybe even more out of a bottle. Also, they come in many different weights. You can get up to like 100 weight oil. This is 60 weight. I use this on 18th buggy. I'm not going to tell you front or rear. That's something for you to figure out. But yeah, that's my assortment of shock oils as it goes for me. I will say though, when it comes to shock oil, when replacing it, you want to make sure that you replace shock oil properly and you get rid of all old shock oil, especially if mixing weights. Because if you mix 2 different weights, one's going to go to the top and the other's going to go to the bottom. So let's say you have a lightweight and a heavyweight. If I had 60 and 30 in a shock, 60 is going to float to the bottom and 30 is going to float to the top. So your shock's going to react really, really slow for part of it. So if you had a hard impact, it's going to go really, really slow. And right when it hits the excess 30 weight, so it'll go extremely fast. And that'll make for very rough landings. So yes, I definitely suggest for racing you invest in a well thought out assortment of shock oil. You can buy assortments, I think, on A-Main Hobbies. You'll be able to find some assortments of shock oil. So that's all for today, for an RC Mike 221 production. So talk to you later. Bye.